Broadcasting live from the command center located in Jacksonville, Florida, this is Military Witnesses to UAP. I am your host, Shannon Scott. And backed by popular demand, located deep in the Missouri woods, my right-hand man, Rob Heatherly. We both have assumed the duties and responsibilities of continuing the conversation. So, buckle up, hold my beer, hang on, and let's get started with today's briefings.
That was a gunshot!
Kenneth.
Everyone get your heads down!
Kenneth.
That was a drive-by attempt, Frank!
Kenneth, that was a neighbor's car backfiring.
They're coming for the eggs!
Kenneth!
They're coming for the eggs!
You know, I don't know who made that video. Where I found it is no longer there. So whoever made that video, thank you. That's an awesome video. Unfortunately, Rob will not be joining us this evening. He has the flu.
Not today, Satan.
Yeah, not today, Satan. But he does. He's not feeling good. And if everybody would send him a note telling tell him that you have him in his thoughts. The man does not feel good. And that's the reason we haven't been on the air the last few days, is because the man is sick with fever, that kind of sick, right? Hey, but guess what? I got Shane with us. Check it out. Bam! There's Shane. How you doing, Shane?
Good. Good to see you again, Shannon. Glad to be here.
Good to see you too, man. I think we're just going to make you a regular, dude, if you don't mind. We'll just have you.
I love it. I love my brothers. So
Okay.
Absolutely.
So Shane said he had a bunch of video footage, and of course, here I am. I'm saying, dude, you got to send it to me. And I'm going through it. And the thing is that if I was there and I witnessed it, and man, that is amazing. Some of it didn't come across on video that way. However, one did. I have no idea what it is. Now, I bet I can reproduce it with a drone from a distance, but I don't know what it is, man. That's a good one. It really is. You said it was rotating, so we don't have any rotating drones.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know what it is. It's the second time I'd seen whatever this was. The first time I was coming back from the mountains, I even tried to get a video or a picture, and it didn't turn out, but it was going across the mountains, just straight, and I couldn't figure out what it was. When I got to Yakima, me and my family got to I guess you would say one of those turnabouts where people are coming on the interstate and people are going off. And there it was, but it was hovering like 50 feet in the air, right? And then I kept thinking, wow, that's a plastic bag. But as I reapproached it, it shot straight up. And I remember telling my wife, that plastic bag took off. Fast forward to the date on these videos, and I'm outside, and I see a glance straight up. So I look up, and so I start recording. That's one of the first videos I had. And you see it up there. Well, put it down about 5 or 10 minutes later, I look over, and it's hovering like 500 feet, just hovering. And so I go walk across the street, and there's a doctor across the street. I said, what the heck is that? And she looks over and she says, I don't know. What is that? And as we said that, it just starts not fast. It just starts moving across the sky. Now that's the close-up video that you see of the thing doing this rotating, right? But there's really no reference points in them. And we had talked about that.
Right.
So I got the close-up when it was that close, and it just kept going. So then I moved to my backyard, and that's why I stopped the video. And that's the video you're about to show. And that's what I'm getting it. And like I said, it's moving towards Hanford, the Hanford nuclear site.
Right.
And it just keeps going.
Right.
It doesn't switch directions. And so I saw it up close, and it wasn't a drone. I don't know what it is. That's the biggest question. Okay. Let me put it this way. I'm not saying what it is, but I'll say I don't know what it is, because I saw it up close and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. What is that?
Right.
Because the way it moves was like this, and it would gyrate as it's moving, spinning. It would gyrate ever so slightly. It never tumbled over itself like a bag would.
Yeah, it does look like I would say exactly what a Tic Tac is. It was elongated rather than any other shape. So that would be the shape of it. Now, when you gave me the video, it was a little shaky, so I did run it through
I don't know how to do
the
any of that
program
stuff.
of mine. It de-shake it, and I also monotone it. Basically, I made it two colors, black and white, basically, and then I inverted it so that like a negative, so that you can see it really pop on the background. So the viewers, this is what I need you to do. I need you to take a look at this video, and one of the things I want you to do is in your mind as you're watching it, count how many times there is a course correction, or how many times it moves from one course to a different course. And I'll look in the chat, and I also look in the comments, and I want to see if you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. Not only that, we have a third video that I did where I spun it up. The video is actually 1 minute and 16 seconds, but I was able to fast forward that to 19 seconds. So the whole minute, 16 seconds into 19 seconds. And that should be interesting. So enough said. After that, we're going to go over my explanation of rods. And I think we'll never revisit rods ever again after tonight, because after I explain it, case closed, right?
Right
So
on.
I think I got one for that. Here it is. Bam, case closed. So no more rods after tonight, and I'll tell my story. So here we go, folks. We are going to we're going to knock out this first video. It's in color. It is stabilized, and that is it. Put the how many times it makes a course correction, or how many times it turns, in your opinion. All right, here it goes.
It's way over there now. I don't know what that is. It's just spinning. It's been all over. That can't be a fucking bag. There it goes.
All right, folks. So me personally, I believe I saw it change course 8 times. And if I watch it again, I may come up with a different answer. But it looked like it changed its course at least 8 times. And one time it definitely changed its speed from slow to
Yeah.
pretty fast. I mean, not so
Can I-
fast you couldn't see it, but it zoomed away.
Can I tell you something? I'm actually starting to think as
Yeah.
well that I had sent you those other videos, like something kind of at night zooming down by me. I'm starting to think that that's the same thing, because I always
Yeah.
comment, like in my spaces and stuff that I talk about, whenever I see it move at night, it looks like a tadpole because it jerks back and forth, right? Those course corrections. I'm
Right.
like, what is going on? And I'm starting to think that's the thing that I record at night that I'd sent you the videos of as well. So I don't know what it is. And it did at the end, you see it speed up. I never noticed that.
Yeah, Cliff C says more than 12 times. I bet if I look at the video again, I'll probably have the same amount. All right, let's watch the video one more time. Well, again, but this time the video will be basically a negative from a black and white video. So I'll get that queued up and check it out. Count how many times it changes course, folks.
way over there now. I don't know what that is. It's just spinning. It's been all over. That can't be a fucking bag. There it goes.
All right, folks. Like I said, put in the comment section or the chat how many times you think it changes course. And here is the 19-second video spun up. Here we go.
Wow, you really noticed
That's
it there.
amazing.
You
really
really
noticed
noticed it
it.
there. That's crazy.
I think that's a very good video, even though I bet I can recreate it, but it would look different because it'd be a drone, okay? But my drone can go over 40 miles an hour, right? So I can go real slow, you know, make all these turns, and I could take off too. But the thing is, to me, I zoomed in on that sucker. It didn't look like a drone to me.
Well,
That's
here's
the
the thing though, Shannon. What part of my
Yeah.
trauma from this was I thought it was humans with drones. I didn't know what UAPs were until I saw an interview with Lou.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. And then it kind of
Yeah.
led me to the mountains everywhere I went. So now the question starts becoming, because I've got videos from everywhere I went, similar stuff, right? Now, heck, I've got videos I haven't even went through because it takes a little bit of editing to bring stuff out of them. But I only recorded when I started seeing stuff. So many. I haven't even sent you any. Some of those. It's like, okay, at what point do I start thinking these can't be humans with drones that are following me all over the place? That's the weird part.
Right.
And then I've seen this thing up close. It's not a drone. This thing was so close, I couldn't figure. My brain was trying to fumble for what it was. That's why I asked the doctor, and she goes, "I don't know," because it was rotating like this on an axis, but also shifting slightly as it rotated. It never tumbled over itself. And this is the weird part. It didn't look like nuts and bolts. It looked biological. It looked like a jellyfish in my head. That's all I could explain it in my brain. My brain kept thinking, is that a jellyfish? Because it looked transparent. And the way it spun, it didn't topple. It literally just shifted on an axis. And I didn't think it was nuts and bolts or anything. I kept thinking, it looks like a jellyfish. That's why I asked the doctor across the street. So I don't know what it was.
Doc, am I going crazy, or you see what I'm seeing too?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Risk going. Yeah. Put me on the 3-day hold for that one. What is that? She saw it though, because she goes, I don't know. We were just kind of perplexed. Neither of us could figure it out. We didn't think what it was. But the closest thing I could think was a jellyfish spinning on that axis. And then it went one direction only, never shifted, toppled. It was heading somewhere, right? And I'm like, so that's why I recorded the whole thing. And it, like I said, second time I'd seen it, first time I got to record it though. And I was just kind of blown away. I was just like, what is this? I was like a little excited because it was the middle of the day. And I was like, what the heck?
Yeah. Dude, you've got, every time I talk to somebody about stuff like that and they've seen it, Rob and I still haven't seen jack crap. You know, kind of jealous here, man. I need to go get out with my Nikon P1000.
Well, I'm
we'll
finding out
something out there with that sucker.
I'm finding out after the fact, Shannon, is
I know
the Yakima Valley. It's known for that. Hell, there's a book written about it. We had talked about it, right? So it's like, wow. And some of this stuff's just kind of middle of the day, just, and it kind of blows my mind that more people aren't asking for disclosure or demanding disclosure, you know, that type of thing, because I don't know.
Yep. So what I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to make this video available. I've already have it loaded up on YouTube, right? But all I got to do is just publish it, right? So it's on set on private right now. So I'll go up there if you get, in case after the show you guys want to take a look at it, and maybe you have a a really good opinion piece. We would love to hear it. Either way, we just investigating what we can, and I'm open to anything. Which go into the next subject here, and sometimes when I see a video that's just wow, that's really neat, but I'll watch it a couple times and it hits me exactly what I'm looking at. And I'm about to show a video here that I found. I don't know, TikTok, Twitter, wherever, and I captured the video, and I'm going to show it, and then I'm going to give you guys my explanation on what I believe it is. So check this out. Was you able to see it, Shane?
I was.
You did?
Mhm.
Everybody able to see it? Okay. Well, let me tell you what I think it is. Those lights are real that you see in the sky. What it is, I bet there is an airport and you got air traffic being diverted to come over into a run. By the way, I love aviation. I've been into aviation my whole life. I used to fly with my dad and the little Cessna and stuff like that. But I would go up and get my pilot's license right now, right down the street. But I'm just too sick to do it. So I have a flight simulator on my Xbox Series X right here, so I can just get that right out of me. I love flying. So this is my explanation. You've got aircraft that have their landing lights on because that is required as you're landing. Also, you'll see lights doing a little U-turn that they're just being rediverted onto a different runway, and they have to get in line. Basically, they're told what position to get in by the tower, and what you see is actually air traffic on final approach. That's my explanation. And if anybody disagrees with me, please put it in the comment section, because I'm I'm not so big-headed that I can finally go, man, your opinion. I like your opinion better than what my opinion was. In fact, I'm changing my opinion. So I've done that many times. So if anybody says otherwise, for now, that's air traffic. So do you buy that for $1, Shane? Do you buy what I'm saying?
Yeah, actually, I'm same with aircraft. Matter of fact, one of my passions, like the reason I get my camera equipment and stuff, I like to video and
Mhm.
take photographs of aircraft, or one of my games, because in the Air Force you get bored on the flight line. So I used to try to see if I could identify aircraft from the bottoms and sounds. I'm pretty good
Yeah,
at it too. So I just
yeah,
listen for their engines, and the engine roars are very definite and different, the amount and stuff. So I got pretty good at it. So I'd sit out back and play that game during the pandemic. So
yeah,
same thing. Yeah, I agree.
yep. All right, so let me go ahead and delete that video, and don't watch that no more. And let's go to another video, folks. This one's been out for a couple of years, and I think it's really neat. And I'm just going to, if I had to make an explanation of what it is, I'll go ahead and make my case. Also, I'll give I have questions after this video. So once again, a video that's been all over the internet. Probably the most of the people here. Well, we got like 20 people watching this, dude. That's great. So let me bring this up. I'll bring up hey, don't forget, you can make any super chats. We can now take super chats. I know a lot of guys wanted to donate to the charity that it's up and running, and we're going to do great this year, along with Shane's charity. We got the same charity. So it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's almost like
I don't
you
care.
and I are walking the same
Super chat.
path,
I don't
man.
care where it goes. It all goes to the same place, guys.
Yep. Yep. Also, let's go ahead and bring up this video, and I'll give you guys my remarks afterwards.
Look, nothing in the sky at all. Then all of a sudden, bam! What is that? Anybody tell me what that is? We're in the middle of the ocean. On a ferry. Nothing around. Look. Nothing around. No land, no nothing. Look, nothing in the sky at all. Then all of a sudden, bam! What is that? Anybody tell me what that is? We're in the middle of the ocean. On a ferry. Nothing around. Look. Nothing around. No land, no nothing.
Have you seen that video before, Shane?
Yes, I have.
Yep. I'll go ahead and ask the questions and then give my analysis of this video. I would like to know information of this witness. If did he see these objects move after the video ended, and what exactly did he see? Were they just descending from the altitude they were at, or did they, let's say, use your imagination, take off real quick? That'd be really cool to hear. Or maybe he's got more video of it. Who knows? The other thing is that I served in the Navy for 20 years, and I can recreate that with pretty much every ship I've been on. Like for instance, I was on 2 different Aegis cruisers, and they have a 5-inch gun forward and aft, and the rounds, they can change the rounds up. One of the rounds is luminaries, and boom, 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 boom. We can send these shells out there, and they will make those luminaries. In fact, let me bring it up again. I'm going to show.
Look, nothing in the sky at all. Then all of a sudden, bam.
Okay, if you see 2 lines of them. Now, you got 2 5-inch guns. The ship's on whatever course. Boom, they're both shooting at the same time. That would basically explain why there's 2 lines in the sky, because they probably got orders to shoot in a certain area of the sky, and they're going to be a little far apart. That's one explanation. The other question I have is, the thing is when you have whatever reason, there's something up there that can reflect light. You have the sun setting to the west here. The lights look like they're in the east, right? So the sun's illuminating that possibly, or is it illuminating themselves? That's a question I would have. Any thoughts on that video, Shane? I like it. I like that video.
I kind of thought, yeah, it was nice. But I thought that kind of maybe flares or something along those lines from something from the Navy.
Yeah. So, hey, they might be on the middle of the Atlantic. Guess what? Or Pacific. Guess what? We got ships. We got Navy ships always out at sea. So I'm deleting that one, folks, right out of it. So we'll go on to the next one. There's a video out there, and I found it, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, wherever, of this guy was recording on VHS tapes, right? That's some old technology, right? But the crops were being made. Have you seen that one where the crop circles are being made on VHS tape?
Yeah.
Yep, I got that video. So let's take a look at it, and stand by. Let me bring that up, and this should be it.
From this height, Oliver's Castle, one of the most often debated observations was made early one morning in 1996. A young man who had spent the night here and had brought a video camera with him was woken during early dawn by a humming sound. I'm standing at Oliver's Castle at precisely the same spot as John Whaley was standing in August 1996, when he supposedly, for the first time in history, managed to film the creation of a crop circle. That the crop circle was not here on the previous day but had appeared on the following morning was a fact. That John Whaley was here at dawn could be confirmed by a military patrol that happened to be jogging by at the time. John went to the local pub later that same day and showed his film to the people there. Even so, many believe that he had managed to manipulate the film with computer animation in the meantime, something that computer animation experts doubt. To overlay a perfect animation over a handheld, unstable film would need several days of work using the computer equipment of that time. Even today, the film is still a great mystery, and John has gone underground due to the intense interest that his film created.
Obviously, I got that one off TikTok. So, all right. So, if it's fake, it's a good fake. I can't. I have no other comment than that. That it's very interesting, and the investigators who are looking into this and have been looking into this for years and years and years and years. I don't think anybody has given a good explanation on that one. So. Let's see what else we got, folks. I have a few more, but right now I wanted to show something that should get us at least 500 viewers tonight, and that is puppy video. If you see my previous video, my wife and I went and visited our newest puppy that we can't get until the end of the month because she's too young to bring home, and we don't feel like bottle feeding her. But it definitely warms my heart every time I see this video, and I'm sure it warms y'all's heart as well. So this is our newest puppy, and her name is Leia. Check it out. Now, if that wasn't the cutest video ever, I don't know what is. So we're looking forward to bringing her home. In fact, my wife showed me some of the things she's picked out for Leia on Amazon, and it's all pink. This everyone's going to know that this is a girl dog, and she's definitely a princess. So, oh my goodness! Stand by. I have to call.
Well, hello. Hey guys, donate. I can super chat. You can super chat. Subscribe.
I'm back. Woo! No one wants to
Or
hear
I
me
saved
cough
it.
like
I saved it.
that. All right, so I need to come over here. I need to press some buttons right up. Well, down here, let's see. I need to hit this one right here. Because, holy smokes, at 9:28 p.m., we got Ovet. Some guy named Shane donated $50, man. $49.9. Thank dude.
Not very
Thank you
smart, but
very
handsome
much.
dude.
Golly. And then, wait a second. We got another one in. And this, let me cue everything up. Yeah. Yeah. Comment section right here. Right here at 9:30. Shane donated another $49.99. Dude, holy smokes, man.
It's all right, brother.
Appreciate you. My gosh.
Hey, you know what?
I
got that
what's that,
because of
bro?
Wounded Warriors, actually. So
Yeah. Thanks again. I see we got any comments down here that's worth looking at? Richard, Lou, and the rest of my vet brothers and sisters. Yep. Yep. Yeah, yeah, we're on fire today. Let me go ahead and talk about rods. Then we're gonna wrap it up. So I don't know how many years ago it's been, man. It's been like a dozen years. I remember watching TV and there was like this special about these. They look like flying.
I know which one you're talking about. I remember the
Like
same one.
they look like snakes, like a documentary,
Yes,
right?
I remember the same
And it
one.
was in a, let me guess, a cave in South
Yes.
America.
They were cave diving or parachuting into the cave or whatever it was.
And it was such a phenomenon and such a mystery. They actually went back to that cave to film to see if they can capture that creature again on camera. I mean, I was all for it because I didn't understand exactly what I was looking at. I'm here to spoil everyone's expectations that these things are actually living creatures. Well, they are. They're just bugs, and you're looking at an artifact of a still frame of video. I'm going to go over some very basic information about cameras, and it will explain it all. When you're in a low light situation, and whether you do it manually or you do it you can set your camera, whatever camera it is, on automatic, so it uses its own artificial intelligence to make all the settings for your camera, right? Your camera can go several speeds. I have one camera, actually two cameras, that can do 120 frames a second at 4K. And also, it can go all the way down to about 25 to 24 frames a second. Now, that's a huge difference. When it's at 24 frames a second, just think 1 second, and you can split it up into 24 segments. So I want to bring up a photo here of a rod. Right. Where's it at? It's over here. Where's that rod at? This might be it. Let's see. Bam. Does that look like a rod to you there, Shane?
Yep, exactly like a rod.
This is a still frame, folks. So what it is that 1/24th of a second, you're looking at a very fast moving bug. So basically in 1/24th of a second. This you're seeing exactly what this bug did during that framing. Now, if it was running at a higher speed, it would actually capture the bug in the air as if it was just hanging there. But since it's nighttime and more light needs to be pushed onto that sensor, you're looking at a longer exposure. So I hope that explains it. Now, I can actually recreate this using a digital camera, any digital camera. All my cameras, I can go manual, and one of them, I can go up to 30 seconds. When it comes to my professional camera, I can make it for all night long. So I can have a lot of star lines, star trails. This is a still frame that I took from a video, and this is the video right here. I think this is it. Yep. All right. So this is the video. And I did a still frame. So hopefully, let me bring this up here. Hopefully this is, unless you got information that can convince me otherwise, this is case closed. I'm never going to revisit again unless I get enough information to reopen this case. So, bam. Yeah. Let's take a look at the chat. If you have any questions, make sure you put it all in caps so I can read better. Yep, I got great stills of rods on my. Yes, I think I've seen them too. Yeah, I did. And below freezing temps too. I know my capture damn sure was not bugs. Hey, send them to me. I would love to see what you've captured, and I can, especially if you send me the metadata on the camera, because like with my equipment, with the metadata, I could tell you what's the exposure on video, or it was a still frame on digital. You know what the iOS was and the aperture. So all these, and if it's video, it's going to be how many frames a second. All this information's on the metadata. All right, man. We'll take a look. But there it is. We'll take a look at that too, there, brother. And let's see. Yep, phone says it does 30 to 60 frames and up to the 4K. Yep, let me show y'all something, folks. Give me 1 second here. This is my latest and greatest camera. Give me 1 second, folks. So I can shoot 24 frames a second, 25, 30, 48, 50, 60, 100, and 120 frames a second in 4K. So yeah, 24 frames a second. I can go out with outside light and bugs flying around, and it will look just like that. All right. Honestly, I was almost convinced these things were real when I saw that documentary. I was like, man, that's a whole new species of bugs we don't know about. They look like flying snakes, man. All right, let me turn this off. All right. See what else we got going on. Hey, thank you very much. I think we are just about done today, folks. Let me see if there's anything else. Yes, we got a couple more videos I want to show. All right, here's one with, I have no idea what this is. Check this out. I'm sorry, it's loud. Turn down the volume on your phones and computers. Sorry, it's a little loud. So here we do it again. To me, if I had to guess, I'd say fake. And unlike most credible reports, that was making a sound. You notice? Craft that people always report that are credible do not make a sound.
It had to be
Did you hear
loud to be recording it from that distance.
Yeah. It'd be waking up the whole neighborhood, that thing come through. So unless anybody tells me, Rob sent me that video. Yeah, so I ain't showing that one no more. That was loud. All right, I ain't showing that one. That was the crop circle. Here's another one. I think. Check this out.
UFO spotted in Las Vegas. NV.
Here we go again.
UFO spotted in Las Vegas. NV.
I'm not entirely sure what this is. I pulled over to the side of the road because I noticed that thing in the air. I can try to zoom in on it as best as I can, but yeah, it's not really clear what it is. It's not moving. It's kind of like suspended in midair. There is no string at all. There's no string underneath it. That's not a balloon. I don't know what that is, but you can see it. I'm gonna zoom in right there underneath it. There's no string whatsoever. And this thing is literally hovering above this community. Just like a black ball of something. I don't know what it is. Super weird. Wow. Very interesting. I'll zoom in one more time. Wish I had my flashlight on me, honestly. Yeah, it's not moving at all. That thing is stationary. Super weird. This is in the Mountains Edge area of Las Vegas. Wonder if anyone's ever seen the same thing.
I have.
So there was, I need to find out where I can find it. There was an episode on TV. I think it was Need to Know was the name of the channel. And Cohart did a story. It did a special. I remember what it was. There was a special TV UFO episode in Australia that he did. And he came to the States and he got with, see if I can remember this correctly. He got with Dr. Gary Nolan. He got with Dr. Gary Nolan and they went to a secret location out of somewhere because they met up with a man who had the most amazing story. It was extremely fascinating. He was a promoter for Willie Nelson. And the promoter, was telling the story how he, a long time ago, like 40 plus years ago, he went out to one of somebody, I think it was a bodyguard for Willie Nelson. And when he got to the property, there was this pile of metal balls. And he asked the guy, "What's up with these metal balls?" And the guy says, "If I told you, you won't believe me." And he said, "Tell me anyways." Well, a UFO came and dumped these balls on my property and took off.
And from American Cosmic as well. They talk about that anywhere in that book. I can tell you that I've seen the stuff that I record go to that. I've witnessed it while I'm recording it. All of a sudden on my camera, it goes from being the bright yellow, white to like I'm watching it. It's on my tripod, right? It's moving across the sky. I can see it with my eyes still, but my camera sees that. And I'm just like, what is that? And then when you zoom in, and I can enhance it a little bit. You see it's still there. It looks like at night, it looks like it's gone. Like it's some kind of camouflage. But if you zoom in and enhance it, you can still see it moving across the sky. So I've seen that. That kind of made me the hair stand up. I was like, I've seen that on my freaking camera. Just like, what is that? And why would it still be there? But it's all of a sudden there's a shadow in front of it. At night, it looks like it's gone, like camo. That's crazy. I believe that.
So the story is the guy said he's had this ball with, he takes it wherever he goes. And a lot of people have seen this ball and told the story. Who's seen that ball? It don't matter. But he talked about how one time it shocked him, right? And the ball has suddenly moved around by itself. So apparently he loaned it to Dr. Gary Nolan. Now, if anybody ever comes across any type of material like this or pictures, be extremely careful to who you give it to, because I've been studying this since 2017, and I can't tell you how many times people don't get their stuff back. People like holding on to this stuff and not giving it back and getting amnesia, like the Air Force and other agencies out there that just don't want to give this stuff back up. But fortunately, we know that Dr. Gary Nolan has done studies on the material, and of course it comes back not from around here, whatever spectrometer that he was using, isotopes, this, that, and the other, and I'll let the experts describe it. But I would go with what Dr. Gary Nolan has said about it. There's a lot of photos and videos of it out there, and it's just, man, it's amazing. This isn't the first time these balls have been in the possession of people. I've heard at least 2 other stories, and one of them was this family who found the ball out it looked just like this ball, right? And it's a 50-pound, I believe it, they weighed it 50 pounds, right? And they had film crew over, and this thing was moving around on their floor, and people, just because the floor is not level, it could be just a little off, and this thing's going to take off, right? But I guess they were too much in the news, and long story short, they lost track of it. They don't know. No one knows where that ball went. So hold that stuff close, folks, and don't let it go. All right. So let's see if I have any more. If not, we're going to call it quits. We did good. Just an hour tonight. Let's see. We did this one. This is the rods, folks. That's the rods. Yep, that's the rods. And make sure you guys text Rob and wish him well, because it just kills me to see him that sick. I'm always sick. He's kind of used to me being sick, but him being out for this long, he's really suffering, and I wish him the best too. Right now he is getting rest, so that's awesome. Do you have any last words you'd like to say, young man?
No, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
I'm just going to invite you all the time.
That's cool. I'll come back anytime.
And all right, folks. Yeah, if you have any comments, let me see. If you have any comments here, yes, they are. Cliff C, the nature of people who pick their noses more susceptible to dementia. Man, yeah, I agree, because I've lost my mind, and this thing right here dries out my nose, so I know exactly what you're saying. All right, let me get everything queued up.
Not today, Satan.
That's right.
I'll say this, actually. I forgot. I'm bad about this. Check out my podcast and donate to Wounded Warrior. So
absolutely, man. It's going to be an awesome year. I really, really believe it. It's going to be the best year ever. We'll just sit here and just wait. I got the best seat in the house, like I tell people. Let's see. That is it on that. Okay. Other than that, make sure you hit that subscribe, hit the like. make sure that notification, because good Lord, you never know when you're going to see us. And I'll make sure those videos are up of Shane's UFO, and I'll take a look at the other videos closely again and see if there's some good stuff out there. Until then, good night.
I'll take care, all right? Nothing but love for you. Nothing but love for you.
You think they have any clue what's about to happen to him?
Oh, not a chance in hell. Good night.